Okay. I see Twitch has got it. Test came out, so we are up on Twitch with no problem. Check the sound. Sound is good. Let's check YouTube. See the video. Let's edit it. Make sure monetization is checked. Okay. There's the, what in the world? Why is it showing up like that? That's just weird. Something's not right here. That can't be, that's gotta be it. How the hell? Hold on. So YouTube is showing up correctly. I mean, Twitch is showing it correctly, but that can't be the right video. Hold on here. Let's see if we can figure out what the hell's going on. Oh, I said Sunday morning go. Oh, wrong one. Live? Why is it saying Sunday morning go? For some reason we aren't on YouTube then. It shows it's streaming on YouTube. Let's refresh. There it is. Okay. There we go. My goodness. Oh, a lot of work. All right, we got the chats up. So I need to go up and get my headphones, so we'll be right back. And we'll get this show on the road. All right, so decided for tonight's not feature, tonight's venue, we have a total of 7 light tanks. If we look at, so we got light tier 5, we have 7 light tanks, and you can see here the AMX1, the AMX ELC BIS is 1 marked, the Leopard is 1 marked, the M7 is 1 marked, and the Chaffee are 1 marked. However, the G Destroyer is not, the Covenator is not, and the A20 is not. How far are we away? Let's go to service record. Tonks. Tier 5. We have to look at Russian and British. A20 we see here is at 35%. The Covenator is at 24%, and the G Destroyer is at 50%. So it looks like the G Destroyer is the one that's most likely to get one marked first. Interesting. But problem is for some reason Oslane's mod pack it broke, so it's not working now. So it's hard for me. I can't see in game how many points I need. However, with that being said, we do know we need as many points as we can spotting and damage in order to increase our value. So let's go clockwise. So let's start with the Covenator. We'll go clockwise, one tank at a time. Let's see who's on. TNT Tiger, the Royal Penguin, and World of Warships. We could open up Discord. We'll wait and see if oh, Hunter N4Z1H. Hey, how you doing over there on YouTube? What's happening? It's Tuesday Night Tanks with WoT. And I'm cold. I'm hoping the heat turns on pretty quick. Then I have to go outside after the stream and make sure I disconnect all the water hoses because it's going to get down to 27 degrees tonight. Waiting for the battle. Waiting for the battle. Waiting for the battle, battle, battle. Where is the battle, the battle, the battle? Can't be that hard to get into the game. Hubba hubba. Do 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 do. Wow. Minute and a half waiting for a game. I mean, I've seen that this afternoon. So, is it because of the tier that I'm at? Or it seems to me that the number of people playing World of Tanks has decreased. However, I did see like 9,000 people watching the tournament that was going on. Was that today? And I've seen like several thousand people watching live streams. But I guess if they're all watching live stream, they're not playing, are they? Ooh, we hit the 2-minute mark. Boo! Give me some heat. Give me some heat. Is anybody out there playing tanks? All right, let's look at Discord while this thing's waiting to come up. Okay, so we have shown that we're streaming. Let's go ahead and put ourselves in the voice chat. Make sure we still have sound on the stream. We do. All right. Hey, we're going into battle. All right. We need to be doing some spotting. Supreme Commander. 528 tanks. Wonder how many tanks we have. What do you all think? How many tanks do you think I've got? Body. Crap. I don't know. This map's changed enough that it makes it difficult for me to know where to go. I'm on the highway to hell. All right, maybe we can get some spotting damage that way. Hey, we got 100 points. What does that guy think he's doing? Ha ha! Never seen that before. Alright, we've cleaned up the enemy on this side. Yeehaw! Let's go, go, go! If we get some spotting in. 100 points ain't gonna help our score any. We got here? Nothing? Crap. Hey, you think we can drive down these stairs? Woo! We didn't even scratch them. Enemy armor is down. We didn't even scratch them. Ow. Hey, oh shit. It's not looking good, boys. Ah! Well, 225 points is not going to help our percentage. I can tell you that. So, off to the next match. Oh, that reminds me. We lose a battle, which we will in this one. We need to do some exercises. You're probably not going to see me doing these. All right, we'll start with curls. We'll start with curls. Start with curls. Plate set. we go. Why is my phone blowing up? Oh my God. Level 1 decal received. All right, where I put it on the last one was, where'd it go? Where's the left? Oh, here, right? Huh? That level 1 decal. Where'd it go? Okay, screw it then. All right, we're doing these clockwise, we said. Let's go to the A20. All right. Trying to see if I can't see more of the screen. So if somebody comes in or raids or something, we should be able to see it on their laptop over here. Yeah, I imagine we would get into battle fast surf here like tier 8. Tier 8's like probably the most common tier, right? Alright, how much has this map changed? In some ways it's still similar. Maybe not too many changes? Well, see if we can get some spotting damage without getting killed. Get some. Do we have Artie? Yes, we do. Oh, we're on fire! Nuts! No! We just went backwards. 69 points. I think our average just went down. Next tank. It's good to have 3 tanks lined up. We gotta keep you. Oh, we have to do some exercises. Dang it. Let's do another set. Either get smarter or stronger. One or the other. Ready. 1. All right. like I said, next tank. I want bigger maps. Damn it, not these small maps. Maybe that's because I'm at tier 5. If you're on YouTube, smash that like button. If you're on Twitch, say hi, follow. YouTube, subscribe. Free entertainment right here. Putting my hands in my pocket because my hands are cold. All right. This map. Go for a swim. All right. See what we can do. Go, go, go! Yeah, up and at 'em, lads. What do you think? Now, we don't want to be next to the rocks because they're probably going to shoot next to the rocks. Look at that. That bastard. That goes 2 ways. Ha ha ha! He's remaining spotted, so am I.
We've had it. Everybody out.
Are you kidding me? Hardy took me out. That guy's on fire. Well, 512 points, that's not bad. I don't know if that helped our percentage or not. But we're out of the match. Next tank. The Covenator. 34,000. What? Why have we got 34,000? Hold on here. Something ain't right. Shouldn't that be going towards the crew? Oh, we need to click that, don't we? What do we do with that? So we never get that back, do we? Oh my god. Got it. Let me look at these tanks, make sure they're all the same. Can't see what that one is. Alright, anyway. Shiza monkeys. Battle stations! Thanks for the beer. Boom, 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 boom. We're at what level? I don't know. Would you call that a level 6? I don't quite. I've been gone for so long. I don't quite understand what those levels are. Alrighty, this map. Where the hell are you gonna spot? Oh, over there. We need to go that way.
Time to roll out.
Go, go, Gadget! Oh, maybe that's a better place to go as a light tank, huh? Find somebody. We need some points, though. Oh, we spotted somebody. Oh, we'll take that 82 points. And 71. Biggest problem I have with light tanks, I have to remember not to shoot.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Nice. Oh, looks like he went inside. 100, 250, 200 and some points, 215. Not enough. We need more. More points. There's someone that just went inside. Come this way, buddy. All right, they took him out. Who's this guy? Seven to 2. We gotta go. We need to get some action here. Artie's over there. Yep, sure enough. Enemy armor destroyed. They call me Kill Stiller.
Penetration. Ricochet.
Ricochet. Two left. We ain't afraid of no heavy. Stay alive long enough for me to get the shot. You bastard. I'm coming for ya! Ah! Will the game be over before we drown? Yes! Victory. $13.95. Which tank is this? That tank. Let's make sure that that's right. The crew experience is what we want. Not see. There's another one. Another 7. Oh my God! All that crew experience could have went. All that experience could have went to the crews. So instead of me having a 92%, oh my God! All right, what were we just playing with? We were playing the Covenanter, weren't we? Guess we could look at our most recent game. What the hell is going on here? Oh, we have to go to the top? I'm confused. Whatever. No, I think we played... Alright, we'll do the G Destroyer. Whatever. Whatever! Yeah. No. Can you spell scam? I can. All right, so this map has changed significantly. It's just crazy, man.
Let's get this show on the road.
That's what I said. The last time we were actually able to go all the way over here and work on getting Artie. Yeah, I mean, it's just changed so much. I don't know how far I can go forward without getting spotted. But from what I've seen, most of them, they go towards the shore now. Ah, we didn't get the points. I know we spotted him first.
Enemy armor is damaged. Critical hit. Enemy armor is hit. We've damaged them. Mobilized. The radio operator's injured. We can only signal nearby vehicles. They injured our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well. Let's roll.
Screw you, buddy. We're coming for you. We want a full load of ammo when we come to you, too.
Enemy is hit. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Well, 385. Even game. Hard to say who's going to win that one. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the shore, how this has changed. Oh wow, you got an island, you can go over there now? Wow, this really opened up. What do you mean, error, not enough memory, please restart the game. What the hell is wrong with this game? I don't get it, boys and girls. May have to restart it just because if it's doing errors like that, maybe that's not a bad idea. Alright, we're on this side of the map this time. This is another map that's changed significantly. Vroom, vroom, vroom! I was going to go across the bridge, but you know what, this is probably faster. Going to the middle hill. Oh, not the middle, yeah, this one. This one kind of worked before. Let's see how well they do. How well we do. Oh my. Yeah. That's doing good to spot tanks. Nobody shoots him! I don't think I can pin him. I'll have to let him slide. Knocking trees down. Right now they don't know where I am. And that's to my advantage. If I can't kill him with one shot... Oh, he spotted somebody else. It might be a little too close.
Ready to fire. We didn't penetrate their armor. One of our tracks is damaged. Gotcha! Gotcha! Enemy armor is damaged.
Alright, we're getting some damage in this one.
The driver's injured. The gunner's injured. He'll have a hard time hitting anything. We're immobilized.
Ow. Yeah, I couldn't move.
Everybody out.
Let's see here. Why are you noob? Well, Igor 100. Why are you noob? uh, All right, that's a good question. Why am I noob? Let's look at the team scores, shall we? Let's see here. For experience, we are fourth. We got 2 kills. I don't think we did that bad. Could have done worse. All right, it's A20 time. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Wait a minute. If that light tank's going that way, let's go this way. Let's see what we can do. Careful, careful. Nice. Nice. Yeah, why am I noob? Ha ha ha. Well, 700 combined is not bad, not great. Next match. Next honk. The Destroyer. Oh, did we? Yeah, we did. Okay, just check. The Destroyer. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bam-bam. All righty. This map, app. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. Oh, it has changed though. That is a fact.
Let's go.
It has definitely changed. I'm not sure how to act on this map.
Permission to engage. We've damaged them. Enemy armor is hit. I need your help. Moving to support you. Got him.
All right. Whoa!
Tank's been hit. I'm in your debt. Affirmative.
Ah, someone took him out.
Enemy is hit.
Need to reload. Nice. Yikes! Ha ha ha! Ha!
Got it.
Guess we stuck our nose out a little too far that time. Back to the Covenator. Victory! Oh, it looks like we've used all our bonuses up. All right. Covenator! Battle stations! Tuesday night in dark Colorado. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, we're playing this from this side now. Now this one doesn't seem to have changed much. I haven't looked at that side of the map though. This side of the map seemed to be pretty much the same. We're going to see if we can get to the top of the hill. Try to get some spotting up there.
Move out.
Let's hit these hay bales. Boink. We're not as fast as he is. Is he going for it? Looks like he is. He's got a higher profile than I do.
Enemy armor is damaged. We didn't penetrate their armor. We didn't even scratch them.
Spotted by somebody.
We've damaged them. Enemy hit. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
Whoa!
Ready to fire. We didn't even scratch them. Crack hit. Enemy armor is damaged. That one didn't go through. Let's locate another target. This vehicle has had it.
Yeah. Oh, they got another. Wait a minute here. There's another way up. Wait a minute here. Yeah, I guess that's the way it was before. Kind of. I think they've reshaped this hill a little bit. Hey, Bearcat! No change on the map. Well, the bomber crash knocks the lighthouse down. How you doing, Bear Kitty? Victory! Yay! Yeah, I could. Some of these maps though have changed. I mean, you wouldn't say they've changed a lot, but when you're used to playing at certain spots, and then you go to those spots, it's like, oh my God, I'm wide open. How you doing, man? Tuesday night. I'm doing tier 5 light tanks. I'm working on trying to one mark them, although Oslane's mod pack isn't working for me, so I'm just trying to maximize my damage and spotting damage to try and increase the levels. No, none of them are near 65%. I mean, if we look at the service record, go to tanks, bring it down to tier 5. So the A20 is at 35%. The Covenator is at 26%, and the G Destroyer is at 51.8%. So I mean, none of them are really. I mean, that one probably has the closest possibility of getting up to 65, but no update yet in mods. So I had it working, and then I got an update. It worked. Then the next day I came in and it didn't work. So it's like, God dang it. I mean, I would even give them some extra money if they're gonna. I mean, if it takes that to keep it up or whatever. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of work. How you been, man? I know the. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's been a while. One more year from today. One more year from today. Oh, we got defeated. We need to do some exercises. Do some presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can start cashing my Social Security checks. So I mean, you can't cash them now, or are you saying that a year from tomorrow, today, you'll turn what? 60? What is it? 62? 61 and a half? 62 to collect. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, so I'll turn 64 next month. I've put in my resignation at my current job. My last day of work is Friday. Woo, doggy! I'm covered for December because I work this month plus my leave that I'm going to get paid for. But January is going to be really slim because Social Security apparently pays you the month after the month you. So I put it in the start in January, but I won't see January's check till February. So January is going to be really tight. But we'll manage. We will manage. So you're in the correct area to drive what is coming. What's coming? Uh-huh. Spotting. Geronimo! What's that guy doing? Micronova from sun, but sun will storm us into stone ages before that. Really? I guess I missed that one. I don't know if Colorado would be a. I mean, at 5,000 feet might not be a good place to be. I think you'd want to have more atmosphere. Oh, that guy's going to see me if he goes all the way around. Hey!
A flood is going to get us way before you got to worry about the atmosphere. You're going to end up being in the southern hemisphere, about where Brazil is.
Oh.
Because the whole surface of the sun will shift, or the surface of the Earth will shift. It'll break loose and it'll shift,
Really?
and that means the whole Atlantic is going to come up at us. So you're in an area that's safe. I'm in an area I'm going to be under about 3,000 feet of water.
Where do you see this at?
Suspicious. Wait a minute. Give me the permissions to drop you a thing, and I'll drop it in the thing. Can't
Which
see
thing?
it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
You're a mod on the Twitch, if that's what you're talking about.
Find it again. From this morning. Oh, they're just calling it Space Weather News now. It's known as Space Weather News now, but it was Suspicious Observers.
Oh.
That's what it was known as, but now it's Space Weather News. Ben Davidson is the guy that's done all these predictions and done all these equations, and he's working with the guys that are the Electric universe, and the Sapphire Project guys, which are also from the Electric Universe bunch. They're the ones that have the Sapphire Project, I think it's called, is cold fusion.
Oh.
So it's a thermal reaction that takes place within a I'm trying to think of what it's called, so I got to get these things right in my mind. That's known as a plasma. So it's a thermal thing that's inside of a plasma ball that, like, they can run it and actually produce electricity out of it, rather than just take electricity into it to make it happen. That's the Sapphire Project. EU's Electric Universe, and that's been around for a while. It's the so I doubt that there's any black holes. That's all. They make that up so that they can say, like, when you have a quasar, which is like a pinch point in the electric field that causes, like, the sun, that's a pinch point. So it's a quasar sends out material both directions, like, from it. It does this. It looks weird in space, but they'll call a quasar a black hole when it's not. It doesn't have. There's no black holes out there. They haven't found one yet, and they keep changing everything that they can change to make that stay.
Oh.
Well, I'm about to get run over.
Well, you better move then.
Not in this Artie. You ain't gonna go too far. Yeah, Ben's one of those guys that he remembers everything that he's seen and read, and
I was gonna say, with that type of shift, I think that the earthquakes would be so bad, I don't think anybody would stand a chance.
well, yeah, I don't know. There's going to be subsidence and stuff, raising and lowering of stuff, but like the Mississippi, I think we're going to have a lot of water run up that area, so that'll sink. So I think what you're going to end up with is, like, United States will be out in the east, will be it'll be like a small island, and out in the west it'll be it won't be an island. It'll be bigger than an island. It'll be more like a I don't know, all the way down to Arizona maybe, and up above you into Canada, like, is the area. But, like, the best spot is actually up above you in Canada, but the fact that the temperature there, when there's no electricity, you're going to have to keep yourself warm and fed. And right now, everybody relies on electricity for everything.
Indeed.
Up and at 'em, lads.
Yeah, there's a magnetic flip happening within the whole universe, is what's happening. There's this structure that looks like a big bunch of waves that runs throughout the whole universe. And so the universe has already done its flip. Its positive is now negative, and that's working its way towards us. Like, so there are different stars out there that are starting to act up.
Those fat bastards.
We've damaged them.
Well,
Damage. We did
magnetosphere has dropped. It's like non-existent for the most part. And that's what protects us. And these storms that come in either hit us with a southerly, a south, or a north. And if one couples with us and one works against us. So when it couples with us, it's good. When it works against us, it's not good.
Whoa. I guess I better buy more beer then.
Scotch will last longer. You could always discover how to brew your own and then
I already know how to do that.
buy scotch by the case somewhere or another.
Well, that's nice.
And well, you know, silver and gold are something that you don't think about, but gold blocks all the radiation that you could ever imagine. The thinnest layer of gold will stop all sorts of, like a big bunch of lead would. You know, it'll stop the radiation from getting to you. And silver is microbial. Works against infections and stuff.
Huh.
Colloidal silver. Well, any silver will do it. So when I was a baby, my umbilical cord was cut short on me, so they taped a 50-cent piece or a quarter on my belly button right from the doctor because it was antimicrobic. That was all the way back in 1964. They had penicillin by then. They were still using the silver for that. Say if you had like an ounce of silver and you got a nice big long cut on your arm, you could pound that silver out so it was a nice long piece and put it on that cut on your arm. And it would work to keep the infection from getting I mean, there's a certain point when there's a certain, I don't want to say that it's not gonna, you can't fight every bacterial.
Yeah.
But majority of them can be fought off with that silver.
Hmm. Uh-oh, we got beat. We have to do another exercise. Hold that thought. Oops. All right, let's see. We did curls. We did overhead presses. I guess we could do hammer curls. So when you moving out to Colorado?
My wife won't fucking go anywhere. I got to divorce her to do that. Don't laugh, buddy. Don't laugh. I'm serious.
I know you
I
are.
would have to divorce her to go out there. And you'd believe me, it's right on my mind. It's just the fact that, you know, getting out there and getting something done with what I got is going to be I'm pretty sure I won't be able to live in a tent through this fucking whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to drag my fifth wheeler out there. Thing hasn't been inspected in so many years. I doubt it would ever pass again in my lifetime.
And it's really expensive out here too.
Yes. Well, the closer you get to Denver, up there in Colorado, the worse it is. Yes.
Yeah.
And not just for the expense, but when the shit hits the fan and there's no more electricity and there's no food being delivered and stuff, you're going to have to kick into your fucking experiences from military. Because that's what it's going to turn into. And it's not going to be easy where there's a lot of people. Even in this relatively small village, I mean, as far as that goes, it's a small village, but that's would be a freaking nightmare because you've got to think about it. You know, you're not letting somebody in to get your shit. They'll just burn it down so that you can't have it either. Which I've tried to impress on my wife, but shit, when it goes bad, what it's going to be like. And speaking of earthquakes and shit, they did have a volcano go off in Africa here.
Cool.
Just the other day. Yesterday or day before. It sits right on that rift because Africa's going to split right in half. The ocean's going to go right in between it. That's the truth. They're already saying that, and that's what's going to happen. And the only way I can point that I'm telling you the truth is the glaciers that still sit on the equator. There are still glaciers there. They're still melting. And so the South Pole and the North Pole will basically end up almost on the equator. So if you pay attention to anything that's gone on in Antarctica and in the Arctic, they found a lot of tropical plants there. And there's no way for tropical to occur at those 2 points. So if you go by what I say and it flips, those end up at the equator now, because I think what happens is basically your timeline, your universal time line becomes basically the equator, and the equator becomes basically that line now. I mean, those two items are going to shift onto basically where the equator is, so it'll be tropical for them. That's how so much tropical plants and tropical animal have been found in Antarctica and in the Arctic, under the ice. So like the Bay of Bengali is going to be the South Pole, I think.
And they expect this all to happen suddenly?
Okay, have you ever heard of from the Bible, the four horsemen? The tale of the four horsemen that come, the plagues and the red the red, one horseman's red, one's black, one's white, and one's some other color. That's all going to be what happens to the sun. The sun will turn black for a day or two, and then the shit it'll eject. It'll have the micronova, and all the shit will be ejected from it. And at that point, the sun will be red. And for 2 or 3 days, you want to have about 10 inches of dirt over top of your head. At least 10 inches of dirt. You want to be in a tunnel underground in your basement, somewhere where you've got some earth, like, or you know, if you could get in your basement, like tucked into the one corner that would be like your probably like the southwest exposure, and stay right down like to the ground, you'll be safe in that type area. But you notice there's an awful lot of cave dwellings and stuff that they're finding now that they can't really figure out why the people were in those caves. So you're going to have to be underground in order to survive. You'll live past those 3 days, but it's not going to be pleasant because you're going to be irradiated from the blast. And that's, you know, that's where like gold comes from, is that micronova. Because you'll have I've noticed a few people asking things like, is there more gold or diamonds in the world or in the universe? And people will be like trying to figure, well, there's probably more gold than there is, and it's not, because the diamonds are created with the carbon. There's going to be more of that than there is the gold being created. Something about the way the gold is made with the flash. And apparently they speculate that water can come from nowhere. Water can form, like in the room you're sitting in, water could just inundate it, just fill the room right up with water. It just takes the right electrical chemical reaction to occur, and water will happen just like that. Is what they say. Nobody's done that. Nobody's been able to reproduce that yet.
Enemy armor is hit.
My knowledge.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit.
So yeah, but let's see. In May last year, May of 24, we had all those X-class flares that were popping on the sun. And what I noticed with because that's right at the same time that we'll be doing, we'll start our seedlings for the garden. And it was during that X-class, it was probably 2 weeks worth of these flares that kept occurring. None of them were extremely spectacular. They were all pretty relatively small flares, but the accumulation of multiple little events will add up as that material comes towards you, towards the earth. They combine and will pick up speed. So if you have like 2 or 3 events that happen within hours of each other, those will pile up on top of each other as they're moving towards us and come with a faster, heavier speed. Like at that point, you really rely on hitting the magnetosphere with your positive or negative. I think it's positive is good and negative isn't, if I remember correctly, but I'm not exactly sure. There's so much to fucking remember with this shit. And it's like, I've been listening to this guy for, probably at least 10 years now. He has not been incorrect on anything that he's spoken about. Not once has this guy been incorrect what he said. So, like over 10 years ago, he was already talking about when the sun produces does an electrical impulse that comes towards us, whether that's through a coronal hole, a mass ejection from a flare, or a filament strand that will come toward that breaks off the sun and throws material towards us. That this stuff picks up speed as it comes towards us and hits us with different. Let's see. So it's got to be the amount of material that comes in it that's with it is protons, neutrons, electrons, all that sort of shit comes in that. And that's why you'll have like YouTube will have problems, and Twitch will have problems, and you'll have you could have some gas line fires, gas fires that are oddball type fires that start out of like, you can't figure out why they started in different places, and electrical outages. It'll fool because of the conductivity as shit hits as stuff comes in, it hits like the wires, and that conducts that, how do I say it? The energy that's being thrown at the earth gets into them wires and gets pushed into the system and flips off the breakers, causes breakers to fire off and shit. That's why they're talking about an EMP. We don't have to worry about an EMP near as much as, the same thing would happen. So I'm sure what's going to happen is somebody's going to try, when this happens from the sun, they're going to try and say that it was an EMP. I watch the sun all the time, so I know now what's going on, because I can feel it. For my heart surgery, I can feel a day when we've got KP index day where it's elevated, like this morning, late last night, and this morning it was elevated just a little bit. You'll notice when that happens that there are going to be more people with heart conditions and stuff will have problems. People with mental problems will be more susceptible to going off the deep end. Normal people like you and your wife, let's say, or any couple could like fight like dogs and cats and dogs, It just something to get you both, you don't know what you're fighting, why you're upset and fighting, like, That's caused from that shit from the sun too. But I know on days when it's elevated into the least like 5 to 6 on the KP index, I feel a pressure on my chest. It's not really painful. I wouldn't call it a pain. I just feel pressure. And depending on how bad and how long that goes. Oh, the other thing I've noticed is since the past probably 3 years, if you look at the sun as it turns from the left to the right, and
yeah, to both, you're right.
Storms as they come over to the right side of the sun, and it moves away from pointing the line right at us. As it fires, it's not firing at us, it fires off in front of us and to the right, like deal. That never used to bother us at all. But now, for some reason, with the magnetosphere being lower, we get a lot of ions and shit on that back from that blast. If when you see what he's got different graphs and stuff that show you how the sun connects with all the planets, and how the whole atmosphere, or how the whole universe kind of connects. There's like do I want to call them plasma roads? There's roads that like plasma travels on. So the electricity. So that would be magnetic electricity, which is the AC or the DC part of it, like deal. But
what about life after death?
Well, it says that we're not supposed to we'll all rise again, like thing. I don't know how. It seems odd to me, but I gotta believe what I've been told all this time.
We don't have to believe.
You know, so stuff that goes, and then there's stuff, you know, they can see there's 2 or 3 different, let's see, do you have NOAA? Do you look at NOAA for your weather?
No. I just look at, yeah, I just.
You look like the Weather Channel or something like that.
Yeah, I just use a weather app. Either it's going to be sunny or it's going to be sunny.
Yeah. Oh. There's space weather down at the bottom of. What the shit? Oh, it's taking a long time tonight. When you go to NOAA and you go to their site, and you're on the page that shows your location, like you'll put in your location and you'll get this, it'll pop up and be like your main page. All the way down at the bottom, under current conditions, there's space weather, and when you go in there, there's 6 or 7 different, 6 I guess it is, 6 different panels in there that can shows you what's going on, the different events. So you've got picture of the sun in different angstroms. So it's got one's in metal, one's in one's metal, one's hydrogen, one's helium. There's different views. You get different views. They look at the different material and it gives you a different view. So you'll have, like, you can see the coronal holes better with one type than you can the other, and you can see the discharges and the filaments that with a different modes give you a better picture. And then you've got your aurora, so you can see the prediction on what the aurora is going to be for the northern hemisphere. And then your coronal mass ejection is a GOES 19 satellite, or a LASCO C2 or LASCO C3. So what that does is that's watching the sun from different positions, and as the sun has an ejection, you can actually see it in the coronal mass around the sun. You can see the stuff being thrown at you. So it'll go off in one direction or the other direction. If you get what's called a full halo, which is like, you know, all the way around it, that means that it's been ejected towards you. It'll be all the way around that. And then there's the GOES X-ray flux, and that one shows you, like, when you have different M-class, C-class, M-class, or X-class flares, it'll show you on there how far it went up in the graph of that M or X and the duration length of it. So you have to have a good, like, X flare, but it has to have a long duration, and that's during that duration is when the material is ejected at you. And then there's a GOES proton flux graph, and that one has got a warning threshold line that occurs that when there's 3 different colors, and I'm not sure what the 3 colors are. I know the red one is the one that we're really kind of concerned with. When the red one goes up and over that threshold area, which it does, and it can head way pretty high above it, they stop their airplane flights, say, around into the poles, so they'll send them around instead of over.
Mm-hmm.
And because, you know, as you're up in the air, especially in the North Pole and South Pole areas, it comes in on the south and goes out on the north. The power stream comes in one way and goes out the other. But when there's one of these flares, pilots especially, because they're up there in that atmosphere all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're getting higher amounts of radiation up there. So when you get one of these events where it happens like that, they'll reroute them away from the pole so that people don't get that radiation, the pilots don't get that radiation. And then your planetary K index which is a graph that shows it up into the air, and that goes up to a 9. And the highest I've ever seen that is a 7.
Done for. Everyone get out.
But that's the graph that well, it says the 25th is when it started, so it would have been, say, that's the UTC, so it would have been 8 or 9 o'clock on the 23rd when this last little bit of storm stuff started with us, and it would have been 4, 8, 12, probably.
Whoop, I got this more
9 to
exercises.
12 hours.
All right, let's get exercise this time. Maybe we can do. I forgot what they're called.
Yeah, Ben's right down there below you. He's in a place that's called the New Valley of the Sun. That's what he named it. And you can actually, I think if you put that into your Google, it'll bring up where he is. Oh, you know, never been. I've always wanted to go like on a cruise, but the wife won't go on a cruise because she wears glasses. If she loses her glasses and she's in the water, she can't see anything. So her biggest fear has always been drowning. So you can imagine her face when I tell her what's coming here by 2040s. By the 2040s.
Ah, 2040s, I won't be around.
Well, we're still slated to live to. We're not going to make the full 100, and we're men, so we'll get at least 76 to 78 minimum.
Ooh, any changes on this map?
And you've been working out and keeping active, so you've probably increased that to 85 easy enough. So
we'll see. I'll be more active here starting December 1st. Work out with Grandpa full time. Well, not full time, but since I won't be working anymore, I can start streaming my exercise mornings. Not as you say, I definitely need to exercise because we're older. One way to stay in shape and make sure I exercise is I make it part of my streams.
yeah, my first pour was Buffalo Trace, and this one is Old Forester. Urbans. My wife, ever since the doctor said it was all right for me to have a drink every now and then, she's been all bent out of shape because I have a drink every day.
Well, you have to admit, that's not exactly what I would call every now and then.
Well, what he said was, he gave a certain amount of liquor you can drink in a month. And that works out to be a lot more than what I drink if I drink my 50 mil every day. That's still a lot more than what I'd be drinking. Because my pours, I drink it neat, so I drink like 50 mils, basically, right in that general area. Now, I took a little bit second pour tonight, but I only went to probably 20 mils on this tonight. Not very much in there. Just enough to smell and taste, basically. I only take little thimble sips, you know. Because I was a professional. It was never about the ride. It was just getting to the point. Didn't care about enjoying the ride. I just had to get there quickly. Drink as much and as high proof as possible. That's just a blind shot?
I think I did
You
get
weren't
spotted.
spotted, were you?
I think I did get spotted. I did enough shooting from up there. Someone should have said, "Hey, there's somebody shooting up there." Ah, spotted that
Got a
time.
raid coming in. You're being raided.
Am I? Hey, Johnny D&J raiding with the party of 6. Thank you so much. I hope you had a wonderful, great stream. In that order, I guess. So did you actually see something in the middle of the screen that showed that, or just in the chat? I'm trying to get that fixed. So
It was in the chat that I saw it.
Damn it!
So I'm looking to see whether this still works or not. Oh, apparently not.
Oh, something worked. It says Batrix, go follow Johnny. Da, 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 da. That's right, show Johnny some love for the raid. Yeah, I need somebody that, yeah, knows how to sell this crap up. I guess I'll be spending the time to do that now that I can do it full time here pretty soon.
Doing what? What are you gonna do?
Get the channel set up correctly so
Oh,
that
okay.
so everything's working the way it's supposed to.
Got to sit down with somebody that can
Well, you that
sit
are
there and talk you through it just as easy as to read it.
well, I've got to watch videos on how people are doing it, and yeah.
Well, what our bunch always, they all help each other. So, like, oh God, Zoe, let's say. Zoe's got, what you want to get from Zoe, she's got a bot blocker that blocks the bots that she's made. You want to get that for your blocking the bots, the ones that come in and say, "Oh, come here and increase your score," or whatever, you know what I mean? That automatically keeps them kicked out, so that they don't even make it that far. And then like WoT, he's the one that I go most nights now, every night, and get in his stream, and we all do count-ins and platoon. A whole bunch of ex-military for the most part. Ex-military and Canadians. I think some of them are military also. We wouldn't join them in because they're, Canadians. Canuckistans.
Hey, we're gonna win this match. Right about now.
Yeah, WoT's on the wagon. He don't drink anymore.
Oh.
He's one of those people that can't say no. You know what I mean?
I do actually know what you mean.
He has one and he wants to go, go, go. Oh, it's hard to say no or to stop, like deal.
Yeah, it is.
I think the most that I've had since my heart surgery is maybe 4 drinks all day long. So like 2 pre-mixers, like a hard seltzer or hard tea or something like that. But not the 4 of them like right in a row, but it would have been maybe like 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning and then 1 at night with a pour.
So how you doing health wise? I mean, are you doing okay?
Yeah, my doctor has stopped his full-time physician work, so I got a note in the mail that I've got to find another doctor. So he was an MD, but everybody they gave me that I can get to is just like, nurse practitioners for the most part.
Did they get you on a workout regimen or a diet regimen and stuff like that, or both?
Oh, I've been on my own diet regimen. Just dropped off the salt and lowered the fats and went with a lot more vegetables and uh, dropped off a lot of sugary drinks. I've had like a full case of soda here the past couple months, but that's unusual because I usually only have like maybe a soda a week, and then that would be a soda. So I also drink ginger beer,
Mm.
and that's brewed. So it's not corn syrup, and it's not carbonation isn't from CO2. It's from, well, it is CO2. I can't say that it's not. It hasn't been CO2 injected. What they do is, with the ginger beer at the very end of the brew, they put a little sugar in there so that the yeast can activate it up and make the fizziness in your drink.
Have you ever tried this BUBLY?
No.
It's
Is that a beer?
No, it's like a carbonated. It's like a carbonated water with some natural flavors added. So it's there's 0 calories, but it's got the the carbonated effect, which is one of the things I like. The effect anyway. I'm not saying I like bubbly.
That's
My
why we've
daughter
got
drinks it.
seltzers and club sodas here out the butt. But I'm not big on them. Me, I just drink tea or something like that. Water.
We've damaged them.
Yeah, the most expensive bottle of liquor I bought is like, what was it, $78? And that was a single barrel that the liquor store had picked out and had bottled up for their store at cast strength. It was from Yellowstone. The Yellowstone make there. Not the show, but distillery. They make some pretty interesting stuff.
We've lost a
Oops.
flag. We're stuck here.
Ha 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 ha.
Nicholas had it.
Oops. Found the enemy.
Ouch. Oh, the guy up in the top, gotcha.
I got hit from like 5 sides. Yeah.
And there's a distillery right here in, let's see, what's Roscoe. Roscoe has a brewery. They make Trout Town beer. And they have a distillery. And that is known as, he just goes by Bootlegger.
Hmm.
So he's got Bootlegger bourbon, Bootlegger gin, and Bootlegger vodka.
Our previous install site, we were in Kentucky. So we went and saw the Buffalo Trace distillery.
Oh yeah, they've got a lot of good. I just had just recently, just within this month, I bought. I went in and to my local store here, and I said something like, because every now and then he's got something in the back, that was allocated or came in that's not just set out for everybody. So
Yeah.
I asked him if he had any Buffalo Trace, and he points at he didn't have a big bottle, but he's got the little 50 mils, your airplane ones.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'm looking at it and I go, geez, it's only like I think they're $2.29 a piece.
Well, yeah, because Buffalo
So I'm
Trace
sitting
itself is not that. It's like one of the cheaper bourbons. It's like,
It's not really too bad, but it's really tasty,
yeah.
and it's 90 proof,
Oh my.
45%. So
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys always go with the proof here in the U.S.
well, they do both. They do.
Yeah, they
it'll
do
be
both, yeah.
on the thing, and I know them both because
So have you ever tried the Buffalo Trace bourbon cream liqueur?
no, I have Evan Williams. Or wait, yes, I think it's Evan Williams. Okay, Evan. I got a bottle right here, probably. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Ezra Brooks, 99. So I've got Ezra Brooks 99 bourbon, and down in my refrigerator I have a bottle of Ezra Brooks 33, and that is bourbon cream. And it needs to be refrigerated after being opened. It's got real cream in it. I have a little splash of that in the coffee every morning instead of sugar. Yeah. So I took about a tablespoon of sugar out of my coffee in the morning, and instead I put, it's not a full shot, it would be like a liqueur amount, so like 2/3 of a shot, just a little glug, just enough so you can taste the flavor and it sweetens it. What I discovered the first time I did it, I just added it in like I made my regular coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't put a lot of creamer in, I put just a little bit of creamer in, and then I put some of the, it would be, trying to think of how much it is ounce wise. It's 2/3 of an ounce. Is what it's known as. See, I've got several different like shot glasses and measuring devices from way back into the 30s, probably some of these things. And one of them's got it's a jigger, so it's 2 ounces in size, and it's got different markings on it, so it shows you where the ounce is and stuff. So you've got what's known as a dessert line. So if you had like cream de mint ice cream, you had vanilla ice cream with cream de mint on it, that line is where you get it. So it's like 2/3 of an ounce basically is what's known as a dessert dessert shot or dessert serving. And that's basically what I use in my morning. It's maybe about that amount, half ounce to 2/3 of an ounce. First time I did it, I put it in with the sugar, and it tasted so damn sweet. It was so sweet. It was off the wall sweet. So the next time I reduced the sugar down, it was still pretty sweet. So I left the sugar right out, and I discovered that, hey, I don't need the sugar when you have that little bit of sweetness from the bourbon in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. So I had what I had was introduced to is bourbon cream
Buffalo Trace
on ice, yeah, and then root beer. So it's like half root beer or like 3/4 root beer, and wow.
I usually drink mules if I'm going to have a mixed drink. So what I'll do is take my ginger beer and lime, fresh lime. So I squeeze some fresh lime in there, and then use the ginger beer on ice and with the bourbon. And usually with that one, I'll do like a high rye bourbon, like Old Granddad or something. That one because you can do Tennessee ones and Kentucky ones. So you can do, if you're doing a Tennessee one, it's going to be made out of your Tennessee liquors like Jack Daniels, and your Coy Hill, and all those ones are out of Tennessee, and then they're all Jack Daniels brewery. And then you've got another brewery. Which other one is Tennessee? Because Tennessee, they filter it through charcoal from sugar maple. So it gets done in its oak barrel. Fresh oak barrel makes it bourbon for at least 2 years. Then it comes out, or 4 to be, I guess it has to be, anything over 2 is called straight Kentucky bourbon or something like that, or Kentucky bourbon or something, instead of bourbon. So many different little quirks in that. And then, what is the one that's got, I know I got an empty bottle behind me in the box, because I've kept all my empty bottles. I thought they'd make wonderful cocktails someday. For Mr. Molotov. Dickel. George Dickel. He's in Tennessee also. His bourbon. How do I want to explain the extra taste that I get out of George Dickel's type bourbons is It's kind of like that. Remember or not the Pebbles vitamins that you chewed up?
Oh, yeah.
You remember how metally tasting those were? How minerally tasting those were? A real mineral taste to them. So this is kind of like a mineral taste, but I think it's more like sulfur water that gets used because I grew up with sulfur water.
Ooh.
So, because the gas, the what's the name of that shale that runs underneath us? The Marcellus shale runs underneath us, and the area that I'm from, it was close enough to the surface that you had sulfur water. As soon as you went and penetrated into the rock, so you went down like 140 to 150 feet from the surface, you're going to be in rock then, and you're going to end up hitting terrible sulfur water. So the best way to do water in that area, which is, I know from the well drillers that I've worked with and know personally, like they go down about 100 feet, and just they get down to that 100 feet mark in most of that area from the town that I was in, or that county, it would be at about 100 foot where you come to the bedrock. So they take it down because it's all gravelly, and so you've got your pipe at that point. You're still using pipe because once you get into the bedrock, you don't use pipe anymore. So what they do is they come down and they bounce it off from they bring it down so that they know that they're hitting the bedrock, and then they give it a certain amount of pressure on the pounder that because you've got your rotary ones and your pounders. So you hit the pounder one, and it will bounce the pipes back up about 18 to 24 inches, like deal, off from that bedrock, and then you just let it sit there and use the gravel on the bottom, and you end up with water that has absolutely no sulfur in it. But you go 30 feet, 35 feet to where one of your first the cracks are, where your aquifer is, like deal. You go down to that just 34 more feet, and you run into nasty tasting shit. And it tastes like you ever been near water processing plants that do the sewage and shit?
Yes, I have.
The chemical smells and stuff that come off of that when they're doing it. The different areas in the tanks as they move it around. Yeah, so if you took
alive.
if you take sulfur water and you put it through reverse osmosis, and you condensate it so that you boil it off and make steam, and then collect that, and then you put that through your reverse osmosis and you give it to me, I can tell you that it is still sulfur. That's how sensitive to sulfur I am. I can still taste it in it. We've got a spring water company that brings around those big 5-gallon jugs of it, and their Deer Park, I think is their name. And so I get the guy cornered the one time because he delivers to my friend's house down in another town, like deal. And I said because I always tasting this taste, and I said, this water's got sulfur in it, does it? Oh no, there's spring water. I said, don't give me the spring water routine. I know how water works and how it's filtered and what they call what. He looks at me and he smiles. He goes, yeah, it's pretty horrible to begin with. He says, but you can't even taste it in here. And I said, I can taste it. My wife tried to pull a fast one when we were at my mother's place the one time. They took the frozen vegetables and she put them in the kettle, and she took it to the sink and put water in it. And I didn't see her do it, but we had jugs of water that came from my aunt and uncle's that was spring water that we would use. And my wife didn't realize, she didn't think about that. She just put the water in it, cooked it, dumped the water off, and fed us the vegetables. And I'm looking at her going, you didn't get water out of the jug for this, did you? Oh, yeah, I got the water out of the jug. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, ask your mom. She'll tell you. Yeah, yeah. And my mother's going, oh yeah, yeah. That's what she went. She went got it on the jug. I know she did. And I'm looking and I look at my wife and I said, you know, you can bullshit a bunch of them, but you can't bullshit them all. I know what water. I know what the food tastes like. I said, she's eating her vegetables. I said, you taste that sulfur in it? You taste that sulfur in it? Pretty soon she got a big fucking smile on her face and admitted to it, you know? Like, I know, I can taste it. Been doing this for years. Horrible stuff. People could take and light you just crack your valve just so slight on your kitchen sink and take the lighter over to it, and it'll go oh, 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 with the flames. And some of these places were so bad. I know one guy in particular that when he showed me what it did at his house, he goes over and he gets his fire extinguisher, pulls the pin, sets it on the counter next to him, cracks the valve on it, and reaches. He had one of those grill lighters, so it was longer lighter, and reached in with that and did it, and it goes, oh, boom, down into the wash tub part, and it blasted all the way up to the ceiling and went out about 4 or 5 feet on each side. It didn't make it all the way to both sides, both walls, but it made it up onto the ceiling and about 4 to 5 feet worth of width. I was like, holy shit. Because, you know, I thought he was doing a drama thing when he grabbed that fire extinguisher and pulled the pin and set it up on the counter. I thought he was just doing that for some, you know, dramatics. And then he put that lighter to it. And, holy shit. Had one lady, she was to have, like my parents' age, she was in one of the houses, 4 or 5 houses from us, and she was having like a Christmas get-together sort of deal. And so she had, first time ever, she had put some candles on the back of the toilet just to, you know, to help keep a fresh atmosphere in the bathroom. And the first person that went in and flushed that toilet, the whole bunch in the house got the surprise of their life. Because it blew the lid right off the back of the toilet. As that gas came up, or the water came up, lifting the gas right up with it, it got to the flame. Guess it made quite the bang.
All right, did we make any progress? Should have kept track of it. I don't think I did, because I didn't do very well with any of them. Later. 27%.
What'd you go do when you got back into the States, where you've been working doing something with the computer somewhere?
Yeah, tech synap. I got lucky, and I don't know. It was harder getting a job than I thought it was going to be, with the experience and certifications and shit like that I had, the security clearance and all that good stuff. Much harder than I thought. So when they offered, when I was actually interviewing for a lead position, but then the interview was going kind of crossways. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this isn't, what position is this for? And it was for like an installer, but they were the only one that, you know, offered me anything. So I went for it, because we were trying to buy this house, and to buy the house we had to get a loan, and to get a loan you have to have a job. So yeah, so I did this job for what, 11 months, I guess. I started in December of last year. But it's installing like UPSs, rack-mounted UPSs and switches. Those freaking UPSs, the light ones are 50 pounds. And then the heavier ones are 100 pounds.
How many of them you got to set up into the rack?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
8 or 10?
Well, let's put it this way. The last site, we had like 60 of these that we were installing. So, I mean, you're probably doing, I mean, in some cases, 2 or 3 a day. I mean, it would depend. Sometimes you do 6 a day, but I mean, it just this last site, it kind of tweaked my back a little bit, and then I'm like, I looked at the next site that I was going to be doing, which was good for December, and it was more of the same stuff. I'm like, no, I just cannot do this anymore. Still, when I'm getting up to walk now, it's still not corrected yet. Once December hits, I'm gonna go to get a massage and then wait 2 hours and go hit a chiropractor to see if I can straighten this out a little bit better. But yeah, just the other problem I have is I don't shirk my responsibilities as an installer with all these other guys. I'm gonna pull my weight, literally. I'm not gonna. Oh, can you lift this for me? And there were times where you were doing it on your own. So, yeah. But enough.
Oh yeah, I know. I was doing that at the army base there. I'm carrying more weight than the young kids were. You got to bring up 5-gallon pails full of different fittings and shit for the depending on what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're doing electric or whether you're doing the plumbing or whether you're doing. Oh God, being when you get down the catacombs at that old base because we go way back into Civil War, or not Civil War, way back into Revolutionary and before Revolutionary War at that base. So holy shit! I mean, there's some old workings in that place.
I'll bet. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna keep this to 2 hours. I still got to work tomorrow. So, biggest thing is being consistent now. Every Tuesday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I may do more streams in December. I haven't decided yet, because if I time my streams a little better, I can always be streaming when some of these bigger people are finishing their streams in Europe. And if I'm streaming, then there's always a possibility of a raid or more people coming in because now their favorite streamer's not watching, but they want to watch more World of Tanks or whatever.
Yeah, Bang On Tanker raided WoT tonight. He came out of Europe.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the things I do like about the World of Tanks content creator community is they're always doing things like that. War Thunder, I rarely got rated on War Thunder. I rarely saw it. For World of Tanks, it's like everybody's helping out everybody, it seems. Can you see how many people do we have anybody on here besides you and me at this point? Did anybody?
It says 4 in here.
4. Let me see who is, let's see, what am I doing? Who is live streaming right now? Oh, it looks like Zoe is.
Zoe's doing it. Argonaut Live is doing it. Major Skills is doing it. He's got a couple other people who are doing. They got a lot of those combined streams they do now too.
Zoe Ball, is it just as she spells it? ZOEBALLZ?
Yep. The Z and the B are capitalized.
If I remember right. Whoops, wrong keyboard. Ha ha ha! Remember right, I have to type raid first, /raid, right? Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
And is it at? Or is it just a name? Let me see.
I don't know either.
Send viewers to another channel when your stream ends. This raid /channel. So I think I just need to do raid and ZOEBALLZ. Let's try it. Yeah, raid has been created.
Looks like it's sending it. 1, 2 raiders, 5 raiders.
Well,
6 raiders.
Thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you next week. Make sure you say hello to Zoe when we head over there now. I can't unmute it. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, Zoe's got a bot deal. Let's see, it's probably
Well, I mean, the mute thing is on my end.
here it is. It's called Blacklist Buddy. She created it herself, so you
Yeah,
can
but
get it from her at
yeah, but I should be able
HD.
to unmute it. I don't know why I'm not. What the hell's going on here? Oh crap!
Work tomorrow. How dare you swear at me like that?
Well, let's see here. Let me see if I can find. Here we go.
Oh, damn it. Got up there.
No, I can hear it on mine, but for some
Really?
reason I couldn't unmute on my laptop.
And I forgot to load hash.
Yeah, I gotta get updates, or this is probably gonna get new CPUs.
And Bearcat, hello to you. Welcome in.
This one gaming one I could probably have just updated, but I gotta get
Yeah.
the
Have you
kids.
been, Bearcat? Haven't seen you for
The
God
kids
knows
to
how
have some
long.
free time to do it. Probably be easier for me just to have him make me set together a new one, is to try to update this one, and then just take the gaming computer and put it where my regular computer is
Well,
now,
the dog
because
says,
that
give
one's
them hell, Zoe. Well, we're
a
trying
Dell
to.
that was redone. Jeez.
We are trying to.
I bet I've had that thing. Oh, good lord.
Come on, load.
More than 10. More than 12. At least 15.
Shut up.
Probably could find it on here. The guys that rebuilt it are on eBay. They got a site and they do a shit ton of these clean them up and sell them deals. The heck, where would I find that? It's been so long.